Hi, everybody. Welcome to Guilty Treasure Dungeons & Dragons. I am your host, Ashley OTK. I'm going to introduce myself like that now.
Hello.
With no trepidation about it either.
No trepidation.
I love it. I love it.
Here are my friends, T. Rugen, Arkham Insanity. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Arkham
Yeah, that's mine.
No.
Arkham.
Pastel Hime, Pen Mask, and Nikki.
Yay. Roses of blue also.
And Nikki.
Roses of Blue. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
thought
us.
you were handing the hand out for a fist bump.
I mean, I can.
Good intro.
Last time on Guilty Treasure Dungeons & Dragons,
Laurel was very naughty.
incredibly.
Laurel was super
I like
good,
to think-
and Lumos was just like kind of a jerk and threw a pie at him for no reason. I don't know what happened.
He was. It's like throwing a milkshake at a fascist. Only it was custard at a vampire.
I regret teaching you what a lie is.
Oh, dang it. Well, don't worry. I don't think I can use him for the next foreseeable future.
Yes, we'll get to that. We met Corella. We met Revalio. Carella, not Cruella. These are vampires under the
She goes beep beep.
under the queenship of Victoria Olivia Nightrose. They are of the Nightrose clan.
Okay.
And after some custard-related incidents, where we met Sable Hellgate again, and he was mad because Laurel
For some
threw a
reason,
custard
I
at
don't
him.
It was an accident.
He actually threw it at Lumos, but Lumos pulled Sable in the way.
He did that. He did that kick-ass like Castlevania thing where they just like phase to the right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, let me clarify. I did not throw it specifically at anybody. I dropped it from.
With a natural one, so consequences happened.
Yeah.
But
It was not intending
And
to.
while the fighting was going on, Obi went to go play some bar fight music.
Intentions don't matter, little one.
Did some chopsticks. Dun, 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 dun.
It just added to the drama.
things were de-escalated by Lumos, and you lot were sent to bed.
Yep.
Because it was late. You guys had a long and eventful day.
Many
almost
much thanks.
uncharacteristically, Laurel was put into his own room instead of being left with Dawn, where a good friend happened upon him. We last left off with Laurel being encased in the amber being vomited upon him by the Pumpkin King.
You know, I think there's a chance that we might not be friends anymore.
But he's the savior of the world. He wouldn't be doing something evil, would he?
That's true. He is the savior of the world. He said that.
So, I feel it's only fair to pick up with Laurel. The next thing you are conscious of is you are being lifted.
Mhm.
You are in... You can't breathe right now.
Oh boy.
And you are in like a syrupy kind of like liquid. And it doesn't take long for you to reach out and find that there's a hard surface all around you. In almost like a rupee shape from Zelda. Like that's the shape of your prison. It is being lifted because your pumpkin-y assailant has disassembled himself into vines and sticks and is now wrapping its body around the amber prison you now find yourself in.
My good friend Gordy helping me out of this.
When it finishes, you are like in the chest of a taller, more powerful-looking version of the Pumpkin King.
What am I doing for breathing in here?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Vines penetrate the prison and wrap around you, and they find your most weakness places.
Oh no!
You know,
They're called anchor points.
but once they lay hold of you, you can breathe.
Oh,
You're not sure how, but you are getting oxygen. You are
sweet.
surviving.
Suddenly this doesn't seem as bad.
You can see one gnarled branch-like hand, claws, natural-looking claws outstretch, and then you feel... I'm looking at my notes. You feel suddenly weak, as though you've exerted yourself, and you watch the gnarled hand make druidic gestures.
Uh-oh.
4 bears are conjured before him.
How
boy.
dare!
I didn't mean to do that.
You just hear him laugh.
Wait, did Laurel call the bears?
I didn't intend to.
He feels like he did, but he didn't.
Is Gordon jacking your steeds? Just like, oh, look at me, I'm Laurel, look at me, I call bears.
We will take a break from Laurel to let the rest of the party
Laurel's
react.
very upset. He's like, how dare you? Also, I'm really tired.
Well, I'd imagine the bears coming into life would make some noise, right?
Make a perception check.
Everybody just gets nat ones and Laurel gets successfully kidnapped and we never see him again. I hope you're ready to become a villain.
I hope so.
Listen, I'm like halfway there. I disrupted the party. That's pretty bad.
20.
Natural 20?
No.
No.
Just
17 plus 30.
Dirty 20. Alright, it's not that you hear bears, it's that you wake up, are aware that Laurel's not near you. That is cause for concern, because it's quiet.
Oh, yes, that is very cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually
When
if
it's
they were
quiet.
separated, he'd end up in her bed somehow.
Yeah, the fact that he's,
I-
A, not in bed with you, and B, not making noise, something's up.
Right. Whenever somebody's quiet, whenever the kids are quiet, that's when the naughty stuff is happening.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna go looking for Laurel. Then.
Alright. Are you alerting anybody else, or just going by yourself? In character, what would you do?
In character, what I would do if I don't know nothing, I don't know anything is wrong with
Mhm.
Laurel. I just think he's doing something naughty.
Okay, so you'd go by
I
yourself.
I go by myself.
Alright.
Sorry, this is just the in character thing.
No, make that in character choice. It's more fun.
You, as you're walking out into the hall, you hear a voice with your 20.
Yeah.
And you hear what is unmistakably the monologuing of a villain.
Uh-oh.
You hear that hated voice saying, "You see, you were the last that I needed. All the power of the druid circles is mine now."
Struggle noises.
You might hear like a dull boom, boom, as of something hitting against a hard glass.
What a rude boy. Alright, then
Don't struggle. Your
I recognize that
sacrifice will save this world.
Oh, he's struggling.
I recognize that voice and I shout out to, I imagine their rooms are nearby.
Absolutely.
That Gordy is here. You know, Gordy's here, but I'm gonna bust open that door and going in
Make a strength check to bust the door open.
Can I just open the door actually?
Okay. When you try to open the door, you are met with a grisly backside that keeps it closed.
No. Right. That's
It's
how we're
not
gonna do it.
It's not a large room. There's 4 bears in it. This is kind of the only place I can imagine them being.
But it's a door, right?
Supported by my
It
own
is a
bears.
door.
Okay. I don't have firebolt.
You don't have firebolt? I guess you probably just picked up Eldritch Blast. Like, this all I'll ever need.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll make a strength check
Alright.
with my very bad -1. So here's hoping for nat 20.
Well,
Is it-
if I'm not mistaken, you have a boon still, do you not, from this most
Oh.
recent month?
I do have one left. Yes,
You
I'll use that.
You do. Alright, then no roll necessary. You tell me how you want to do this.
I am filled with just that mommy adrenaline, and
Yep.
I'm going to throw my shoulder at the door as hard as I can.
Your maternal instincts provide the super strength that you need in order to break this door in half, land on top of it, on top of a bear.
Ah, rude.
The three others and the Pumpkin King look to you. You see this sight of this taller, more like... It's not muscle, it's just like interwoven branches and vines, like gnarled pieces of a tree, but it looks like a more muscular version of the Pumpkin King you're used to.
Ooh.
And at its core, just completely wrapped up, is a struggling Laurel.
I can't help how buff I am. I just made him so strong.
And when he sees you, he smiles, and his form, it like falls apart on the spot and begins to flow almost like water, taking the amber prison to the window and throwing itself
I'm gonna
out.
just dramatically pound on the thing and like look at Dawn like, save me!
Traumatizing.
And the bears are in your way, so we can roll some initiative if you'd like, everybody.
Yes.
All right.
Myself included or no?
Why don't
probably
you roll
guessing
me?
no.
Why don't you roll me initiative anyway?
Sure.
It'd be fun to say no. Oh no. Sally is
No.
Sally is very clearly still sleepy.
Well, I'm sure at dawn screaming, you've all woken up. Like, you're adventurers. You're not.
Yeah, but I ate like a dozen.
All right, Sally, you're asleep.
I'm not like asleep. I'm just sleepy. That explains my 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Laurel got a net 1. Plot 1.
Yeah, he's not having a good time. He's just a little upset.
Oh, it's initiative. I'm like, where are the rolls?
Oh, God.
Not seeing them.
You're all doing very badly. Laurel's life is fine.
Yeah, guys, come save me.
Add a let me make sure that the side window is frickin' turned off before I show everyone Gordy's super secret stats. Now I'm calling him Gordy too. Damn it!
That's his name.
It's not.
It is.
It's super not.
It is Gordy's name.
It's the Pumpkin
Gordy's
King.
name is Gordy.
Listen, if you didn't want to call him the Pumpkin, then we need to call him Gordy. Just how it is.
I will meet you in the middle at Pumpkin.
He will go down and then go down in history as being Gordy.
So that's a 19 for whoever is the sweetheart compiling our initiative for Gordy. And do you have
That's
the brown
me.
bear's stats
I
on
do.
hand? If you could send them to me, that'd be just delightful.
Sure.
They all have 1 strength and negative 45 dex.
And they're weak specifically to Dawn.
I mean, they would be dead then.
Well, they were raised by Gordy, so that might make sense.
True. No, that is fair.
You speak the true.
What's their initiative? Their dex
It's
bonus?
loading.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I tried leaving and coming back. Maybe that fixed it.
Yeah,
That
you sound
fixes a lot in my experience.
real clear to me. So I think
Okay.
whatever
Hell
problems
yeah.
were happening have been unhappened.
Resolve it.
Of course it is.
There we go. Found it. No, I just
Thank
sent it.
you. Now we gotta wait for it to load. You know what? It's 10.
You want their initiative? It's
Yeah, what's their dex bonus?
0.
0. Okay, 10. I was like, you know what? The audience has waited long enough. 10.
I'm ready to
I just gotta know what these bears are gonna do.
I have to know if it's 11 or 10 for these bears.
Very, very important.
All right, so initiative. Gordy is first.
Do you just
Oh,
use
boy.
their straight up dex score? If
Yeah.
They have plus 0?
Yeah.
There are ways to increase your initiative, but usually it's just your dex bonus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I meant for like creatures like that.
Oh yeah, same thing. I think.
Okay. No, I just mean like because you said 10. Oh, did you roll a 10?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because their dex is 10, so I was like, oh, okay.
No. Although that would be a good way to just like, no, this is what it is. We're not rolling. Done.
I think
But,
Layla does something like that for her monster stuff.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen.
she doesn't do attack rolls. She just does like, this is what it will attack with, and you have to beat it.
I've
Or you
seen
don't get
people
got.
at like live shows just go around the table, like not bother actually rolling it or roll to see who goes first, and then just go around the table. But
Yeah.
I like my way. Anywho,
Pick.
Dawn, you see the last of the prism containing Laurel has already gone out the window.
Oh,
You see the
There's
last.
like a very muffled scream. I'm making it really dramatic. There's a
Yeah.
muffled like yell.
The last of the twigs and vines and branches that make up Gordy's body also just finish the flow of liquid evil, except not actually liquid, out of this room, and you are left with the
Burst.
4 bears that Gordy summoned, that when you look at them, you can see that they are not normal. They are, it looks as if they've been dead for quite a while. Yeah. They are not, like, they're like fake creatures, so they're not, they don't stink, thankfully. But they look profoundly undead.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And they don't seem happy with you, particularly the one you're standing on.
Oh yeah. Well,
Nemaya,
deal with it.
Yes.
you have just heard Dawn yell. I'd say you're a seasoned enough adventurer to know that trouble's afoot.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently in your room, probably just settling down for rest. What would you like to do?
So, I guess Nemaya will come out of the room. Well, grab her stuff, come out of the room, and
You
look.
can see the wreck of one door and a Dawn tail sticking out of
Yeah,
it.
and go over there.
Like 3 feet above where you're accustomed to Dawn tails existing. Because you're standing
Yeah,
on
and
something.
so I assume getting equipped would be an action, moving would be a move, and then she can enter her rage as a bonus action.
What kind of armor do you wear? None, right?
No armor, none.
Okay.
She just get a shield.
It just gets in the way.
I will give you that just grabbing your axe and shield, or excuse me, your spear and shield would be like an item manipulation.
Okay.
And then you can move, so you have your bonus action rage. I'll let you do something.
So, I guess she's gonna probably stab a undead bear, because those don't look
All right.
friendly.
From the door frame, just make your attack roll. They are also suffused with green light. That's another detail I have left.
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign.
Yeah,
Hate that green
as
light.
if it's from within them.
I don't like these boys.
So that's not bad. A 25 and a 17.
I mean, I don't know. They're bears. They're pretty heavily armored. You hit them both times.
They're dummy thick, and they're dummy.
What's their armor? I'm still loading the page because I forgot to before, but it's like, what's their armor class? Like 8.
Usually goes.
Cavalry
Armor class
bears.
is not my show.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So that'd be a grand total of 16 damage to one bear.
Okay. One
I
bear
saw that.
takes. Hello?
Hello?
You're cutting out a little bit.
You were cutting out a little bit.
Are
Jinx.
you?
Gotcha. You owe me a Coke.
No.
The internet's been funky recently. If something just cuts out, I apologize, but we'll just have to call it a short episode.
Yeah. If it cuts out again, I can
Okay.
switch over to hosting, and that might help out.
But if you don't have the DM,
Oh.
Well, I mean, if the streaming part is what's making
I
the
pointed
connection
at
for you guys,
that
jank
that's
is what I mean.
required.
oh god, I'm not.
Ashley, get hard, quick!
How dare you?
You just need one of Gordy's tentacles.
I am a lady of quality.
I can recommend that not very much. It's not very comfortable in here.
Just just plug your computer right in its port with that long ass tentacle of cable.
It's a 1-star trip. This trip right here.
Not loving it.
1 star. Would it come again? But it did come once.
It's gonna be mad to you.
Listen, I will not apologize for being just the best mom ever. So,
Oh god.
I would have been more dramatic, but I didn't want to make you feel bad.
It's fine. You're not talking to me. You're talking to
I was talking to Dawn.
Yeah, you're talking to Dawn.
oh, I already feel it.
Like you did that, like dramatic, like reach out as he was going away, like.
No,
Just doing that thing Princess Zelda ends up having to do in every single fucking game because Japan is the worst.
All right. So that is Namaya's turn. I hope I didn't cut out when I plugged in.
No, you're good. I hear you.
Good?
All right. Next in the initiative roll is Dawn.
all right. So 1 bear gone. Yeah.
No. How much damage was dealt to it?
16.
All right. They have more than 16 health.
Really?
They have 34.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is almost half its HP.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna save Scorching Ray for now.
All right.
I want to save it for Gordy. Instead, I'm gonna do something. You know how mad I am?
Oh.
I'm so mad
Mommy's
that
mad.
I pull out my shield.
You have a shield? Goddamn, you must be mad.
Yeah, she's never been that mad. Breaking the shield out. We're all in trouble.
And I'm going to use Booming Blade on the bear underneath me.
All right. So you just stab your... Now, this is your burning, fiery black shadow weapon, right?
Yes.
So you just stab it straight down through the door. Half you've crunched onto him. Give us an attack roll.
All right.
That's so swashbuckling.
I know.
I'm going to add Favored by the Gods to that.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
Go get that burr.
Because I don't think 10 is enough. But perhaps 14 is.
14 is.
Yay!
Yay!
Now, this is not the one that Namaya stabbed, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I just stabbed whichever one was nearest the door.
Yeah.
So
The one that Dawn is stabbing is kind of like not within your line of vision.
Alright, how does this suit you for? 17.
17, another mighty hit. How much did the other one take again? 14?
16.
16, thank you. And 17. Next, we need 18.
and now if it moves, it's going to take more damage.
Correct. What else would you like to do with your turn?
If it's pinned underneath a door under me, if I move off of it, is it going to get an opportunity attack against me?
There are 3 bears that would currently get opportunity attacks against you if you moved.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
That's a bear.
The fair bears.
The Ferenstein bears, yeah. Alright. I'm good.
All right. Then initiative moves to...
Oh,
Yes.
before all this happened, was there at least an hour? Did at least an hour go by before Laurel got...
You know what?
Board
I'm
nap?
gonna throw you a bone and say yeah.
That's racist.
It is.
Sally, it is your turn.
Yay! I love it when it's my turn.
You have just heard the scream that Gordy's here, and you hear something sounds like a good time happening, and you're not part of it.
I don't like that. I am just gonna rush out in my Ebenezer Scrooge ass nightgown and nightcap and be like, Gordy's here! Oh, let's do it! I've been waiting for this!
I wish a motherfucker would.
I wish a motherfucker would! I'm sick of this tree ass, shrub ass motherfucker. Sally's developed quite a mouth when she wakes up, apparently.
When you rush to the door
Don't
where
worry,
you can
you'll get over it
see...
later.
Dawn can't do anything because she's busy.
When you see a tail sticking out of the door, you see a Nemaya in the door frame as well. So you're relatively sure that's where the action's going, but when you arrive, you see no Gordy. You just see bears. Zombie bears. Zombears.
But they are zombie. I knew it.
Wait a minute.
Dawn was right. Zombies were
Wait a
going to
minute.
attack us.
But actual zombears, not plushie
Actual.
versions.
Okay.
Mine's still good.
Yeah.
We don't know that for sure. It's in the corner just stabbing at someone's ankle.
We have an understanding.
Oh, wait, it's the bears' turns. Alright, Sally, you go ahead. And then
Are they?
Yours
Oh, where
are-
are they on the? Where are they on the innate list?
10.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. I added them to the list so that we wouldn't forget. I'm going to just shout. I'm going to just stick my head between where Nemaya's just between Nemaya's hip and the door frame, and be like, "Can I use a fireball?"
That would be a terrible idea because it's a small room and Dawn is in there.
I have careful spell. She'll only take half damage.
Plus, night rose might get real mad.
Only half damage.
That's. We just.
Okay, fine. Sally's been denied, but she's okay with that. Because she will just. Shoot, what should I do? What did I bring with me? Ooh, good. I still have some petrified bread rolls I took with me. I'm going to start just chucking those through the door
Alright.
at magical high speed.
Just one, right?
Yeah.
There,
For now.
From your vantage point, you see one bear with 2 spear points, in it.
Oh boy.
And then 2 others that don't seem harmed yet. And then you see that Dawn has thrust her sword down onto this wobbly half a door on which she is surfing currently.
Ah.
So you could basically your targets are the injured one or the 2 not injured ones.
Okay, I would like to hit the injured one. And I'm going to do this at level 2 spell slot instead of
All
a
right.
level 1 spell slot.
Roll
So
your
I get an
damage.
extra d8. And it better not pass that freaking tech save.
It's a bear. They're not very fast.
But there be 20 faces upon the dice.
Fucking goddamn it. Rolled 48, you got 3 ones.
Oh no!
Oh,
So
wow.
that's
Wow.
10 damage. If
I
it-
was sure it was gonna die.
That's
Um,
bad time.
Look, I just woke up, alright?
Sure got to put her glasses on. Is that?
Alright.
So 1 petrified bread roll goes shooting
Yeah.
in there.
Alright, it opens its mouth, the bread roll goes down. It doesn't seem terribly happy about it, and it's trying to spit it up, but it doesn't manage it. Takes all 10
Well,
of those damage.
Well, that's good at
Um,
least.
Next, we Oberon, you go ahead. I'm gonna have the bears act at the end of the initiative.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take out my favorite of all weapons. My lightsaber sword.
Come, join me, my young apprentice.
Ah, yes. Oh,
Do
can I
it.
get back to back with you? Can I please? Am I close enough? Can I get back to back?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I mean, you'll be
I-
facing Nemaya and Sally, but, you can do that.
Wait, turn around.
Just in
okay,
case there's a
well.
betrayal.
Do
Yeah.
it side by side.
Okay. Okay. All right. 21. Nice.
21 is a hit. Injured or uninjured bears?
Oh, I'm going to do the uninjured bears because those injured bears aren't long for this world. And I want to
roll your damage.
Do my dams.
You have allies since they're all kind of clustered, so you get your it's this game where you have sneak attack.
yeah. I got this.
In the other game, Obi is a warlock.
Yeah. What? No.
Who told you? It's not true, but who told you that?
I love the casual denial. No.
He was like, wait, no. Okay. Let me see if I got this.
Because you use Eldritch Blast a lot.
Okay.
That could be anybody.
That could be any
You
kind of
forgot
spell.
the slash, honey.
I did.
68?
Never forget the slash.
How you doing 68 there?
Is that the wrong one? I think I copied the wrong one. Let me just do this one.
I think it'd be 1d8 plus 2d6 unless you
I think that was
you
from
Divine
something
Smiter.
before. So I'm just gonna go with that one.
There we go.
Here, 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 5. So you actually deal 18 points of damage. Hey, we got that
Okay.
18!
Hey!
I like that.
Hey,
Alright.
not the wrong one.
Do you get to... No, because you multi-classed, you don't have double attack yet, right? Or extra attack.
No.
Okay, alright. So yeah, you get them pretty good. Pastel.
Mm-hmm.
Your character has just emerged onto the roof, unable to sleep. Not that it's really sleeping time for you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because you are looking for your mistress. And
Corilla's always taking her attention. Just
no, you want the big girl. You want Victoria, Olivia.
yeah, I know. Corilla's always taking her attention.
Wait, is
Oh.
Laurel
Never
not
has
in
the time
history
for-
anymore?
They're doing something special.
Oh, okay. All right. I was not picking up on that.
As you suspected, she is here on the roof of the castle, not on either of the towers, but just the roof of the main structure.
Mhm.
Just looking at the moon as she does, glass of suspiciously wine-like drink in her hand, and you have just asked her what she's doing, and she replies that she is waiting for someone.
Who are you waiting for?
A friend.
Well, you don't have to wait anymore because I'm here.
Revalio, sweetheart.
That's my
Do
name.
you remember our guests? New ones.
There's a lot of new guests.
The wolf woman, the
Oh yeah, the
Dum
fun
Dums.
ones. The
custard thrower.
the fun ones, yeah.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain they're going to be in a bit of a tizzy very soon. Would you mind going to them and making sure that they behave themselves in regards to the bounds I've set in my castle?
Absolutely, mistress. I'll go and do that right now. And
Thank you, darling.
you're very welcome. I'm doing really good lately with what I'm being told to do. So just remember, I'll be back later.
I will remember, sweetheart.
You
And she looks over to the back of the castle, the side that, where does that face? I think it faces the ocean, the back of the castle.
She has such good property.
And
It's almost like she's the queen of the nation.
up from the side comes just this mass of writhing, snapping branches and vines with what looks like a large yellow gem just bobbing in what is behaving an awful lot like water for something that is not water. It crashes onto the roof beside the vampire queen and forms into this body with this pumpkin-y head on the top. And it's just like, finally, This is the power I've needed.
Well, that's new.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about him, says the vampire queen.
Are you sure? It looks like he took one of your guests.
This is the friend I was talking about.
Oh,
Oh.
your taste in friends grows more eccentric every year, mistress. My goodness.
Completely ignoring you, the pumpkin monster monologues. This is the last druid I needed. I almost got that stupid robot earlier, but she escaped.
You know, you remember when you used to monologue like that? That's so
She's
funny.
like, please don't bring that up. It's so
I
embarrassing.
won't in front of anybody. I think it was cute. You were new. It's fine.
The pumpkin man looks to you and be like, are you a spellcaster? I think I'm able to absorb other kinds of spellcasters
mistress,
now.
Your friend is looking hungry.
She does hold a hand up and say, no, this one's mine. We had an agreement.
Just
Uh-oh.
scoot up to her, like closer, like,
The pumpkin man eyes you.
you're gonna be in trouble with this one if you.
The pumpkin man eyes you, but seems to acknowledge her refusal.
Yeah.
And he says, come, we must make it to the peak. There's no time to waste. And she sighs but nods and just kind of says, Revalio, please go. Take care of our new guests.
Oh.
Remember, they are not to enter the catacombs nor the tallest tower.
Yes, mistress.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Have fun with your very strange friend. I'll be here. Taking care of things. Don't worry about it.
And the rest of you are being attacked by bears.
Castalio is very funny. I like them.
Yay.
I knew Pestle would be able to play Revalio just fine.
I don't like that.
All right.
That's a lot of dice. I don't like that at all.
Oh, no. Well, that's a lot of bears.
Dawn and Namaya, you are getting... What is their first attack? It is a bite. You are getting bit. Actually, it's an 18 against Dawn, plus their attack roll, 5. So 23 versus Dawn, and 21 versus Namaya. The other two try to bite and miss. The reason I tell you is in case you want to use shield.
18 versus me?
18 plus 5, so 23 total.
That would, if I use shield, that would just get me to 23.
Damn it. Alright, so you take a d8 as they bit you.
That's okay. I'll use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh my. That's 12 points of damage to Dawn, and 10 points of damage to Namaya.
Or 5, actually, because she's raging and has
Right.
resistance.
Yep, that's,
Hell yeah.
that's piercing, so 5.
I hate bears!
And
Think these
then...
teeth can hurt me? I'm so buff and mad. She took her pre-workout and everything. She's ready.
Roll a d4 to see which one of you escapes this time using the initiative. Number 1 in the initiative is Dawn. So, Namaya, Sally, and Oberon, you guys are getting clawed.
I don't like that at all.
I'm just going to roll a single dice. It's 2d6. I'm learning so much about bears.
How about bears?
Only 7 points of slashing damage to each of you. So 3 to Namaya. Did you want to use Hellish Rebuke, Dawn?
Yes.
Alright, so that's a saving throw for that burr.
Yeah.
It is the one you're standing on top of that has bit you. That is a natural 20 on the dice, so half
boy.
damage?
Yes.
Alright, roll it.
It only takes 10. Or it only takes half of 10? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Aw, that
Yeah.
sucks.
So it takes 5.
Uh,
Which is actually... would be this one, so no, it's not dead yet. Alright. The burrs are done. That brings us back to Nemaya, excuse me.
Okay, so back with the bear stabbing then.
All right. One of them looks very hurt. In fact, 3 of them look pretty hurt, but one of them even more so. And it was the one you were a-pokening before.
Yeah, so she'll start with that one. I'll try and finish it off.
All right.
20 ought to do that. Roll damage. 11 points of damage.
All right. You put your spear through it, and it explodes like a Zelda enemy into a puff of fey mist and smoke, returning to the magical alternate dimension from whence it came.
The bear wild.
Another 20 for the other. Well, I guess the next most injured-looking bear, assuming it's close. So,
Just hope we steal my kill.
Yeah, the one that you were surfing on has likely thrown you off, Dawn, so that one is exposed.
so 10 points of damage to the other bear, then.
The next most injured one?
Yes.
Dawn, she steals your kill.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Namaya.
Nemaya's working on that
I'll
KDR.
swatch you for that later.
All right.
I'd like to see that be trying.
like to see
Nemaya's
that
way
try,
buffer
yeah.
than she.
All right. After that, it is. Yes, Dawn. Thank you. I'm trying to find things. I'm not as prepared as I thought I was.
Ain't that just the way it goes?
Right, is there any
Yep.
other injured-looking bear?
One of them has taken 18 points of damage, which it is bloodied, and the other one has taken none.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go for the injured one then.
All right.
Can you speak up just a little, Don?
How does 22 sit?
Barely.
Barely.
Oh.
I'm kidding. You got him. I wonder how many times I've made that joke on the show. I wonder
I feel
how
like
tired
not
other
a-
people are.
Enough.
I
Really
certainly
rough.
feel like it's the first time.
How does 26? for
God
you?
damn.
26 points of damage to the injured one, did you say?
Yeah.
All right, you kill it.
I ain't
Okay, Legolas and Gimli over here. Damn.
Still only counts as one.
All right. I think I'm good for now.
Now it's the bear's turn.
I just had them go, so I'm gonna go ahead and have Sally go.
Or just
right
have him
now.
at the end.
Yeah, I moved them for reasons.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So wait, is it my turn?
it is your turn.
Okay, and there's only one bear left, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep squeezing my way through the door frame, and I'm gonna take another shot at this one. Now that I've that was a ranging shot last time. This time it's gonna really hex somebody up.
All right.
So I'm going to do another. Let's see. Yeah, I have slots there. So I'm going to use another level 2 catapult spell with one of my petrified dinner rolls. I'm running out of these. Only got one left now after
Oh
this.
no! Oh no!
Those have been so
You'll
helpful.
have to substitute with rocks.
Holy shit! 25. Please fail your dex save.
All right.
Forgot that 48 could actually be
Natural-
lots of damage.
Natural 1.
Oh, thank God.
So that is
I
a
heard natural, and I
failed
was
dex
like,
save.
fuck you.
So
Sorry,
that
what were you
will,
saying?
that will be all the damage you want it to be.
Yay! Take that, bear.
I like to imagine it like opens its mouth to catch the bread roll, and then it does that like cartoonish thing where it like goes all the way to the back of the throat, and you can like see it.
All the way to the tail.
Yeah.
Just went full Doom Eternal on its ass and just made it swallow. A grenade is like, boom.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sally?
Honestly, that seems like a pretty good. I could not like. Is Laurel in the room still?
No.
No, you don't.
got sucked away?
You haven't even seen Laurel or Gordy. By the time you got here, there were only bears.
We're just fighting bears? Okay, well, in that case, I will stick around to finish the job unless someone else does first, and then we'll figure out where Laurel is.
All right.
Dawn knows.
Then,
yeah, Dawn knows, but we're being attacked by bears, so we just can't talk about it right now.
Yep. I'm making a map, but I'm removing all of the old campaign things from it, so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, but I liked that dungeon.
Oh, I still have it. I still have all that stuff. But,
Why do you always do me dirty, Night Rose?
As soon as I heard you say she was on the roof, I was like, oh no, that's never a good spot for her.
No, when she's on the roof, something bad's going down. All right.
Well, that's what it's you typing.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Your microphone is just picking up the vibrations of you typing. I was like,
Oh,
what's
no.
that noise?
I'm so sorry. I'll try to move it away. I actually put the microphone.
Is the mic on your desk?
No, I put it on a different one.
Oh, well, that's
Our
good.
neighbors are also loud and stomping around, so it might be them. Anyway, so Oberon, did you already do something? Did I say it was your turn yet? I'm sorry.
You did not say it was Oberon's turn yet.
Oh, unless Sally, you have more to do.
No, I don't have anything to do. But Oberon, heads up, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Were you saying
Yeah,
stuff and like we were ignoring you?
No. I knew I was muted. I was just trying to finish up a conversation.
Okay. I
Okay.
always feel terrible when that happens.
Oh, no. It's so good. Okay, so...
Oh,
Yay.
okay.
I don't like that.
It's
Oh,
messed up.
okay. Oh,
My
no.
map's messed up. I'm like, God fucking...
God bless him.
Alright, so yes, Oberon, what is it you'd like to do? You have also been
wounded.
thrown off the bear. There's only one more bear that is wounded by
that's-
Sally's spell.
Yeah, that's the bear. I'm obviously going to ram my lightsaber down its throat.
Whoa.
Listen, a good
Like, I
chaser for stale dwarf bread is a lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly. Wash it down. I don't think I made it though. That was a 12.
12 is good enough. It's just a bear.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Forgot the bears.
Wow,
are
how
not very-
dismissive. It's just a bear.
It's
Yeah.
just a bear.
Laurel's personally offended somewhere.
Just a bear, whatever.
You're
Yeah.
don't be
Ow.
Ooh, 17 damage. That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Gonna hurt
with
the
Sally's
bear.
25, you kill it. It evaporates
yeah.
into the fey mist and shadow that it is composed of.
Oh,
Why 2 times?
wasn't a real bear.
What?
I wanted to, get some bear skin off of it.
You sent it twice.
Oh, the first one's messed up from my point of view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I sent you the second one.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm immediately just going for the window.
All right, so by the time you get out there, there's no sign of Laurel or Gordy.
I scream
Why are you going out the window, Don?
because that's where Gordy and Laura went.
Yeah. From
Why
our
would they-
perspective, it looks like you just jumped out
Can I just
window.
pop up into the window like, hey guys?
Yeah.
Does the window like lead directly out onto a roof, or did someone just fall like 80 feet to the ground?
clinging to the side of the... Well, what angle do you want to...
Upside down.
Yeah, because you came from the roof.
Yeah.
So
Hi
a familiar vampire boy appears in your line of vision.
Revalio, did you see
Hi, Revalio.
Did you
Hi.
see Laurel?
No, is he not with you?
No, he just got taken out the window.
Oh, I didn't. You see, if you meant to have babysitters on hand, that's a service we do provide, but you do need to tell us. We assume that you would be watching your own young, so
No. It's not what I'm talking about right now. He was
what are we
taken
talking?
by somebody out this window, and then you appeared shortly after.
You see, really,
Did you see him?
that is what I'm talking about, though, because we were asking you to keep track of your young, and now it's our problem. You see, you really shouldn't be letting strangers take
You're not answering my question.
No, I do
You're
not know where
asking
he is. Again, if you would have signed up for the service provided, I might be able to find someone who did know.
I knew we should have read that little brochure on the doorknob.
All right. Well,
Have a good.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find Laurel.
Well, I guess I'll follow you, lest you lose more of your young,
Children.
Okay.
and then
Is
get
Revalio
angry with me about it.
Is Revalio just floating upside down in front of us? Is that what's happening?
He's, like, clinging to the
imagined-
frame, yeah.
Something vampires do is climb in lizard-like fashion, according to the original book. So, just kind
He'll
of
just swing into the window and be
Yep.
like, ha
ta-da!
Sally will clap for Revalio. That is very impressive.
bowing.
Right.
Was he the one who was singing with the choir earlier?
Yeah.
No, that was
Emilio.
Emilio. This is the one that had an instant camaraderie with Laurel and partook of the custard pie throwing.
Shoot,
with you.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I know that Gordy would probably be taking Laurel to the swamps.
Oh,
Well,
good
Where are
information.
the nearest swamps
Mm.
to here?
This is something that I would
Revalio
would know. There is reportedly a swamp in the ravine under the castle. Like, if you look at the picture, is the map just showing on the stream again? No. Okay, I'm always paranoid that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The castle is actually set like kind of against a cliff, and there is a drawbridge that spans the road and the castle. It's 1,000-foot drop down into the mist.
The only swamps that I know of, if they had gone there, you shouldn't bother looking for Laurel anymore. He's going to be beyond.
That's a lot of quiet.
I don't even know.
Perhaps I could interest you in a tour. We can look for him within the castle.
He's not in the castle.
Well, that sounds like a whole lot of not my
If he's
fault
not in the
anymore.
castle, where would he be? He's not a bad, is
told
he?
you he was taken by Gordy.
I'll call ahead and I'll tell them to close the drawbridge.
Well, that'd be nice of
Can't
you. Thank
escape.
you.
Okay.
But okay. So, have you seen a giant twig man then, or
Pardon?
Ooh, do you have a garden? He loves hanging out in gardens.
Gordy looks like he's a man made out of twigs with a pumpkin for a head? Have you seen him?
Nothing of the sort, unfortunately. Were you perhaps sleeping recently?
I mean,
All this party food is very decadent. It gives you very vivid dreams. We've all been there. Don't worry about it.
No,
Episode.
don't try to gaslight me.
Episode 33 is just going to be called Pastel messing with the rest of the party.
No,
you know,
I didn't
It does-
have any of the food. For one thing.
Oh,
I did-
perhaps deprivation then. Would you like some
Sally,
food?
Sally's just looking very confused. She's like, I ate like a dozen and a half of those custards.
I'm pushing
No.
on the side, and I'm fixing to leave.
All right, which way are you going?
Very touchy.
Obviously, I can't go out, through the window, because...
Yeah.
Wait, Sally, do you have Featherfall?
I do. Oh, are we gonna jump out the
I
window?
prefer
Yes.
if we did not leap from the windows. The
Let's do it.
gardener works very hard on the shrubbery below.
Oh, there's a garden. Oh, if there's a garden, that's probably where Gordy went. Let's jump. Let's jump. Let's jump. Sally's just gonna spin around and give everybody a slap on the butt and then jump out the window.
Yeah, I don't take orders from you. So
the groundskeepers are gonna have a lot of blood to clean up.
Yeah, that's fine. I see that somebody actually took up the babysitting offer for the.
Out of the castle you go. You
Let's
are
see.
going at a leisurely pace down.
Mm-hmm.
When you eventually do stop, you are. Let's see, where would you be? I guess you would be in the courtyard. Because there's the castle, the
hold on.
area surrounding.
See how much easier that is to get down places, Dawn? We should be doing this more often. Isn't
Hold
it
on.
fun?
Holding on.
Sally,
Yeah.
you know Featherfall.
Yeah.
So we could go down into the ravine, and even it doesn't even matter if it's 1,000 feet or so. You just have to cast it before we get to the end.
Quick question. Does
Uh-huh.
Laurel have Featherfall?
Huh. That's true. I don't think Laurel does.
I assume that the Pumpkin King.
Maybe Gordy
Unless
does.
you're in search of a pile of laurel mush, perhaps you look elsewhere.
I like.
Well, he's
I
not.
like how unfazed Revalio is because he's like, bring him back to life.
He's in a gem being carried by a twig man with a pumpkin head. I don't think that really follows whether he knows Featherfall or not. because
Done.
Wait,
Laurel's
why are we
friend-
jumping into the ravine? I like using Featherfall. It's really fun to like plummet towards your doom, but then not die.
We might have to get out again though, so which is kind of.
I don't have feather jump.
Done.
Sally's gonna make a note to figure out how to make that work.
I have ring of jumping.
Give me an insight
We could
check.
jump out.
Revalio's just thinking like, well, if they go down there, that's a whole lot of not my problem until Lady Night Rose gets back.
7.
7. I want to confer advantage on you because your mommy instincts are going nuts.
19.
That's better. You know that Gordy is undead-ish. At least undead adjacent. And there's a place that you have been told about in this very castle where such an undead creature might enjoy.
The Catacombs.
Oh
Yes.
fuck, we were told not to go to the catacombs.
Too bad.
When has that ever stopped us before? I don't know. We can't steal a horse. Yeah.
Too bad we're going.
Revalio, you were told not to let them in,
Oh, I
but
remember.
it sounds like a good old time to let them get in trouble.
Hey, Revalio.
Tried really hard to stop them. They just wouldn't be reasoned with.
We are very convincing. And Buff, you could never stop us even if you wanted to.
It's true.
If one person wanted to stay out of the catacombs, where would they not go, Revalio?
Ah, let me show you so you know to avoid it.
Okay, perfect.
Sally thinks she's so clever right now.
Frankly, I think Revalio's just a little bit mad that he was left behind and left to babysit. So if he does a bad job at it, she won't ask him to again.
Yeah, if he gets a couple butt smacks, he's fine with that.
Whatever.
Carla is on duty right now.
Hell yeah.
So, you, Revalio, know that the ways into the catacomb is through the dungeon. And the way into the dungeon, there are two. There is the kitchen, funnily enough, and then the room that had all of the. Its purpose is flexible. When the party was last there were a bunch of subs wearing fancy outfits for guests to wear.
Yes.
Yeah, those have the entrances into the dungeon, which then has the entrance into the catacombs.
Mm-hmm. Well. Since this one hasn't eaten and clearly needs someone to provide such things.
Just not your food.
Is there something wrong with our food? Frankly, I'm a little insane.
I thought it was pretty yummy.
I don't trust vampires.
It looks good on vampires, too.
No offense.
Oh! Full offense, excuse me.
Don, don't be like that. You told me not to be like that. You can't be like that. Gosh.
Oh. Sounds like Mommy doesn't practice what she preaches. And he's just walking out of the room and leading them to the kitchen.
Alright. Any dialogue you guys want to have on your way there? Anything you want to discuss?
Oh, I'm just walking like
Are we going through... I'm just going to ask Revalio if we're going to go through the kitchen or through the...
I thought we would go through the kitchen, but apparently our food is being snubbed.
I disagree. I think your food is tasty, and,
Well, it's good to see that one of you has manners.
A rescue pie sounds like just the thing to make sure that this operation goes off successfully.
We don't have very much time, Sally. Every second we waste is another second that Gordy is getting further away.
I only have one petrified roll left, Don.
Find some rocks, then.
You can't eat a rock.
You can catapult a rock, though.
You know, that never occurred to me.
Really?
If you're in such a hurry, perhaps I shouldn't bother you showing you where the Catacombs are so you can avoid them. And you should just be on your way.
No, I think we've got time for that.
Quite that of a hurry.
Oh, okay. Kitchen it is. And he just keeps walking.
Alright, eventually you guys do arrive in the kitchen and find it abuzz with blonde fox boys with French accents making eclairs.
Revalio's taking like this and that and this and that.
They're
putting
accustomed,
a plate together.
They're accustomed to this. You get an occasional finger waggle, but they've long since given up trying to stop you.
Sally's just going to copy Revalio, but she's going to do it at like double speed to keep
You,
Don
Sally,
happy.
on the other hand, get wooden spoons across the backside.
Ow!
Revalio hands the plate to Sally. He doesn't actually want anything. He just wanted to bother them.
They let Sally have what she takes, but they do,
Well, sounds like double plates. Dawn doesn't want anything after all.
Nope.
They'd probably be too intimidated to take it back from Namaya, so she's good. I'll hand the plate to Obi. Here you go.
Yeah.
For you.
Right. They are making desserts for fun, I guess. Mm-hmm. At this time of night. The party is still going. You guys had to walk through the party. That's, that's the thing.
One would assume it never quite stops.
Indeed. It is Castle Masquerade, after
Through
all.
the party, Revalio is loudly complaining that he has to watch the kids. I'd love to hang out with you, but I gotta keep these little guys under control.
Emilio is being smug about it on his break. Like, oh yeah, well, not all of us have enough free time to be babysitters.
He's just quietly seething, like, yeah, we'll see later.
Yeah, your relationship with Emilio is interesting, but
In fact, Revalio goes, excuse me one moment, while he's in the kitchen. And one of those custards just seems to appear on top of Emilio and just splat.
So, as a trapdoor is revealed to you guys to show you the way down, you just hear muffled over the music, Revalio!
We should go quickly.
Yep, we're going.
Yeah, you're right. We gotta rescue Laurel.
And,
We're going to the place we're avoiding.
Look, how else will you know how to avoid it?
Yeah. We have to see all the places to avoid inside the place we should be avoiding.
See, she gets it. She's so smart and well-mannered.
Oh, thank
Should
you.
really pay attention to Sally. And then he goes, he leads him down.
all right. The first layer of underground of the castle is a network of dungeons. Without Revalio to lead you, you feel you would quickly be, lose all sense of direction and possibly become lost here for good. But with Revalio, who
in fact, to emphasize the fact that you would be, he skips ahead quite a bit and then goes, oh, "Okay, I'll wait for you to catch up."
small hobbits.
Yeah, like he lets him flounder for a minute and then comes back in the room and he's like, oh, so this way.
Revalio is so helpful, you guys.
Yeah. It seems there are a number of punishment rooms down here as well, so...
I wouldn't know anything about that.
But down...
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Down you get to the second layer. And, this is, a vaulted cavern with, natural pillars of stalactites and stalagmites that long ago have met and have reinforced their relationship with layer upon layer of sediment, forming mighty pillars. And the ground here is no longer stone carven with purpose. It is dirt. It is dead dirt. It is grave dirt. And as you exit the stairwell, you look out and you see that there are stone coffins, far as the eye can see, to the wall to wall. You are facing south right now, so to your right, the way bends. Imagine a 3x3 grid, because that's how I made this map. You were in the center, that's where the stairwell is, and then you went to the lowest middle square. So that is the one that to your right there are just coffins, and that bends out of sight to the southwest and then just to the west, and that's when it escapes your vision. There is a door and a room, like a chamber, locked off on the southeast side with two gargoyles perched on either side of this door, this heavy door. Revalio, you don't even know what's in here, but you know that it is the most forbidden of places to go. It is somewhere you have dared not tread.
Of course I would never tread, but I am chasing fugitives.
What? Where?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just...
We better go catch them then.
Monologuing. Now that we're down here, you've seen it, you know where not to go. So, let's go back up. Definitely don't run off, because I'll have to chase you.
I feel like Laurel wouldn't know what not to go to, though, so we should probably keep going just to make sure that we can know him.
They're disobeying me.
Yes. Well, guess your hands are tied on this.
Oh.
Ooh, can we tie your hands? That'd be fun.
Maybe later.
Oh, Bron's really good with rope.
You know, in the dungeon, they have a lot of cuffs.
Oh, my friends.
I feel like down here, though, maybe let's all have our hands free.
Yes, I agree. As fun as it would be to tie up a little vampire boy.
Oh, good.
We'll see.
Let me know if you find one. This vampire man will be on the lookout for one.
Oh, look, I found one.
She's seeing
So I was
things
just going
again.
to start wandering
Does it
down the
have
hall.
Vines this time?
All right, but yes, we're gonna go back on. We're gonna go back on track.
All right.
Just wandering down the hall.
East or west? East.
West.
No, west is the way that the coffins continue. East
And
is the
east.
enticing door.
Oh,
We're gonna go-
I am enticed by doors. I would like to go to the enticing door.
Okay.
We can go to the coffins anytime, but an enticing door could be anything. It could even be coffins.
It could be a door.
Oh.
Scrolling. Looking for some stuff.
Coffin seems more like where he would be.
What?
Mm.
But Laurel's not a vampire. No offense.
No,
Are you sure he's not? I like him. a lot.
Laurel's the kidnapped bee. We're talking about where.
Oh, if he was
Ooh,
kidnapped in
Gordy
this
would
castle,
be.
he might be a vampire now.
Oh,
Well,
that
no,
could be fun.
probably more like a pumpkin thing by this point. We're talking about.
But, like, why would you
Your
kidnap
enemy's
someone
name
to
is
a
Gordy.
Yeah, he's the savior of the world.
His actual name is the Pumpkin King, but
Wow.
we're kind of not giving him that
Mm-hmm.
self-given title because we're taking it away from him.
You
We're
guys sound
reappropriating
like strong adventurers.
Oh,
it. We
I'm
are strong
thinking.
adventurers. Level 5, in fact.
Almost level 6.
I mean, if you're going to put it to a level,
If I could grade it between a 1 and a 20 scale, I'd say about a 5. Yeah,
Oh gosh.
but 20 is like godly, so understand these things come in increments.
Alright, so you guys
There's no way I
arrive.
could control such strong adventures as you.
Exactly. So
You guys
really-
arrive at the door and find it locked.
All right, we tried. All right.
wow.
You guys aren't gonna try a little harder?
No.
Oberon, you got some lockpicks?
Yeah, overall, this seems like something you would be into doing.
It does feel like I could do. I feel like this is something I might be able to manage.
No, don't.
I can also
Overall,
like.
Please.
We're gonna just have to show you how not what we wouldn't. We're gonna show you what we would do if we did come down here, but and this is just a demonstration.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't open the door. My mistress.
I mean,
told me
I
not
believe
to
I
do
have
He,
something that could do this since I'm
What's behind the
training to be a
door?
rogue, so I think I've got a rogue's kit, so I should be able to manage this. Either that, or I could just shove the vampiric long dagger into the lock and see what happens.
How should I know? I'm just the babysitter after all.
Don't you forget it.
So do you want to sit on Obi?
Oberon,
Oh, we'd like me to.
make me... Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Got the wrong map. Make me a sleight of hand check. Now, I will say, you do have a boon.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I will use it if this doesn't turn out the way that I want.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm just good. 17.
17. The lock resolutely remains closed.
Oh, not good. Darn it.
Oh, and after the confidence swagger too, he's just like, yeah,
yeah,
nailed
I
it.
got this. I got this. Oh,
I
I thought this
got
was
it.
practice. Can I try again?
If you use your boon, I will grant you advantage because
Yeah.
it's a big deal. This is a
It-
big
This
one.
is, if
This
not,
is
then I...
like a nat 20 for it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
A nat 20 is what you got. All right, against
Yeah.
all odds.
What can I say except you're
I
welcome?
told you I was good. I told you.
Oh, what have you done? Don't go through the door.
All
What a
right.
tragedy.
So the most intricate lock you've ever encountered, and in fact, you think you only got it by sheer luck, like a natural 20 luck. But
If that sort of thing
do-
existed,
you do manage to find just the right way to pick this lock. And there's some complicated mechanisms in here. They turn and let out a small blast of steam, and then there's another and then the door gently lists open.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
Like
Oberon, I'm so impressed with you. Way to go.
Oh, you have been practicing.
It's only slightly ajar if you want to pull it more open.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh, yeah,
let's
kick
keep
that door
sucker
open.
This room seems to have been at one point much like the castle above. It was there's, instead of grave dirt, it's a stone floor. There are marble pillars and everything. Unlike the castle above, however, it is unkempt. In fact, it is destroyed, as if a wild, terrible creature was trapped here. There are destroyed pieces of furniture, overturned beds, paintings ripped in half and slashed as if with claws. Broken glass kind of everywhere. Pieces of limbs? No, not limbs, not real ones. You find the shredded remains of mannequins. Mannequin-like structures.
Didn't know the seamstress had such a temper.
I don't think that this is where we need to be.
On the opposite
Cody's not a
side-
mannequin.
On the opposite side of the room, there is a telescope pointed down out a window.
I would like to look through that telescope.
Yeah. Why
I've got the eyeglasses of investigation.
You enter the room then?
Yeah,
All right.
I want to see what this telescope behind a super locked door full of creepy mannequins is looking at. It could be anything.
Creepy destroyed mannequins. Give me a perception check. Somebody. Could even be you, Revalio, if you want.
Sure.
In fact, I'll let Revalio
Anybody?
and someone else roll. Because
Since we're going to proceed different things, I think.
Yeah.
Sally would not be paying attention, so it would have to be Dawn or Nemaya or Obi.
Sure.
I'll do it.
My perception isn't the best.
28.
Nat 20 from Laurel.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 from Revalio. Revalio, you know why this room is off limits now. You know who these are.
Revalio's looking real nervous.
Yeah, you think maybe you shouldn't have come in here.
Oh, Sally, do make sure you grab that telescope with your full hand.
That's how it works.
Oh,
Next-
yeah. How else?
In such a way to leave a imprint of your hand.
Listen, I'm going to grab. I have not trusted Revalio this whole time. I'm going to
So-
grab something. by the
Someone
way.
else also give me a perception.
Do it, Nemaya. Do it.
We're not supposed to be here.
16.
No.
But I really want to be in here.
We have to focus on the job, and that's saving Laurel.
But what if
I
this
didn't know
telescope
So
is pointing at Laurel?
No. It's not.
As you cross the room to get to the telescope, Nemaya, you're kind of looking at these slashed paintings, maybe like gently brushing the cut canvas back into place, getting a look at these various mannequin pieces. And with a sort of thrill of terror, you realize they are all of the same person.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Someone you know.
Uh-oh. Whom
Boy.
could it be?
Revalio is busily like taking his footprints away, like smearing them. Anywhere he's touched, he's gently brushing it.
Once you have sort of pushed the pieces of canvas back in together, you recognize the smirking visage of Mikhail Vandeveer, one of the guild leaders.
Oh, snap.
Our guild?
Yeah, the Amor Armor Guild. He is in the home base in Fairbottom. He is
Well, that's weird.
essentially Goliath's right-hand man.
That's really weird.
Is Michaela a vampire? Did we know that? I feel like we would have known that.
Nothing.
I've
ever
certainly never seen
indicated
him
to-
around.
Listen, we still have a job to do. We have to save Laurel. We can
Yeah,
worry
So
why don't
Don-
you got that sending stone, please? Let's send a message.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that while we're doing this.
Perhaps
So
we should
because-
leave the room
No,
while we send a
We should
message.
leave the room
We should
and
exit.
I need some clarification. Don, you grabbed Revalio, right?
no, I grabbed Sally.
Okay.
Don
Obi.
is such a spoil sport.
I'm not gonna grab Revalio.
Oberon,
Yes.
One sec.
give me just 1 second, guys. Go ahead and talk amongst
Okay.
yourselves.
Okay.
I'll mute
Alright.
over here.
Is
It's
that? I
easier.
don't think it's muted.
It is now.
Just because I only have
I
like
muted on
22 HP left. And we're in like the end game section of the castle.
Hey, Sally. Did you not hear what they said? He said he wants you to put your hand on it and leave an imprint. And why?
Why would that? Well,
Because he wants you to take the blame for us being in here.
Oberon, that's a
Yes.
perfect chance for me to cut in. Oberon,
Yes.
if I understand your character correctly, he's already there at the telescope with his hand fully on it.
hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Oh, good. Revalio's smiling like.
When you look through the telescope, it's weird to you that it's pointed down because, they're meant for looking at the stars.
Yeah.
But what drew you is there are these little flickers of green light. And you look down, you find the telescope is pointed into the ravine. Past the mist seems to recoil away from its sight by some enchantment or chance of weather. And what you see is a sight you think you'll never forget. You have heard for months now that the dead bodies have been going missing. You've found them.
Ooh.
Oh no.
They are
Oh, yeah.
standing rank and file, being armored by
Oh no.
these extensions of Gordy that you saw in the swamp. All of them alight with green, with this sickly green aura in their eyes, their mouth, as if there is a flame in their chest of green fire.
Oh, this is not good.
And there are thousands of them.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm so mad that
Is that gonna give me nightmares for like the next of my life?
They
The next life.
are mustering.
Next of my life.
As far as you can tell, they are mustering for a great assault.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. There's bad in there.
nobody
I'll
can
take a
see
peek.
what you're seeing, Oberon. You have
It's
to tell
bad.
us.
I'll like
It's
hip check him
bad.
aside and peek down and be like, oh my.
There's a
You-
bad down there.
You probably, Revalio, have heard murmurs of something going on in the ravine, but you had no idea this is what was happening.
Oh. Well. Mistress has taken up some pretty intense hobbies. I suggested crochet. Don't blame this on me.
Wait. Did
So-
you just say that out loud? Did Revalio just say that out loud?
Did you?
Oh, what did she?
What?
Oh, is it a sex
What does your
dungeon?
mistress
Tell me
have
it's a.
to do with this?
Well, I
Can I
assume
look through
it's
the-
her.
I have to look at it.
Castle.
Tell us.
It's her
Well,
ravine.
no, this is
It's her land.
Gordy.
Are these figures?
That's
Are they facing towards the castle or away from it?
They are being arrayed. Let's see, which way would they face?
Oh my god, I think Todd's like piecing it together. It's like if Gordy is in the ravine connected to Night Rose's mansion, there's no way Night Rose wouldn't know about it.
Your
There's
imaginary
an
friend,
army.
the Pumpkin
And
King.
And if there's a huge army, she would even know more about that. Even is she working with Gordy?
Well, to be fair, she was having tea in the forest for a while, I think. So maybe she just wasn't paying attention.
Nemaya,
I
Yep.
certainly don't know any Gordy.
with your 16, now that you're looking towards the telescope, you see a scrap of paper next to the telescope.
Okay.
Night Rose's evil telescope.
Yeah, my plans.
Go ahead, sir.
Kind of wants to pick it up with some tweezers, but she doesn't have any, so she'll pick it up.
Just
no.
with her spear point.
I touched it.
The note does not appear to be written in Night Rose's hand because there's nothing elegant about it. It looks as if it were scratched by a claw almost.
Oh.
And it says, to the peak. And peak is spelled, referring to
Double
a
E.
mountain peak.
Mm.
Peak.
To the peak. Well, I assume there's a mountain here. Can we point the telescope at the peak?
You are you're in a mountain. You're in a mountain range. You are nestled amongst the mountains of the Raven's Perch. I've said mountain too many times, but there's no other word right now. The mountain
Is there
after
a
which the entire
Is there a peak?
land. Yes, there's
We
a
can point the
summit.
telescope at. Yes.
I'm gonna
Can we turn it
say-
into a periscope and look at the roof?
I'm gonna say yes, you can. You're in the east. Yeah, you can aim the telescope up towards. It's kind of a sheer up, but yeah, it goes up towards the peak of the mountain.
Well,
when
let's
you-
do that then. Have a look.
When you do, you see. Well, give me a perception check again. Nah, you would see this. It's light in a dark area. There's no way you wouldn't see it. So you see two things. At the very summit, there is some sort of circular light. You don't know what's causing it or why, but it looks significant. It looks magical. There's something unearthly about this light that's on the very summit of the mountains. And when you move as you were moving the telescope up there, you caught the glint of another light, an amber light. There's a glowing, large amber. You only know it's large because it's far away and you can still see it. Of this prism with this hulking form sort of wrapped around it, but not completely. Like parts of the amber are poking out. And that's what you can see. And it is trudging up the mountain towards this profoundly magical light.
Can I tell this is Gordy or not?
It's as you keep watching, you can see
Well, the orange light is like, yeah, because that was the master one.
Mhm. The ones in the ravine were green. The one that is trudging up the hill turns towards another figure, and you can see the pinprick lights of like the fiery color of its eyes of the master pumpkin monster.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We know the pumpkin guy is going up the hill.
And the amber, I'm assuming once you tell Dawn, the amber prison is there.
Let's go.
How do we get there?
Yeah.
Where?
We need to go there to the peak,
Top of the mountain.
at the top of the mountain.
Can we just shove Revalio's face into it and be like, look at
Yeah.
it, it's that one.
Grab Revalio and show him.
From the tallest tower, there's a point you could leap off and get to a precipice and continue climbing.
Hell
How
yeah.
good jumpers are you?
We do have feather fall. I think we'll be fine.
Oh, you'll be fine. So follow me.
I don't have feather leap, but I have feather fall.
The tallest tower is also not where they're allowed to be.
I'll show you specifically where you're not supposed to go.
Man, there's so many places in this place we shouldn't go. Thank you for showing them to us.
You're very welcome. I can see you want to behave. So
We want to be the best.
he also doesn't really agree with this plan that's happening right now. So he's just like, let's get this off of our hands, shall we? Let's go. These wily adventurers just thwarted it, and now she can get back to paying attention to me. Let's go.
I think that's fair.
I'm awarding you an inspiration point for how you're playing Revalio.
Thank you.
I quite enjoy it, and I find it very accurate to
Awesome.
character.
Because I'm really winging it.
You're doing great.
I love it.
Okay. There is an undoubted panicked stride in the party now as you rush back up through the dungeon, through the party hall, up to the tower where you are not supposed to be. Up 6 flights of stairs up this tower.
As we pass Emilio, I just like, and then
He's singing right now, but he kind of shoots you a wink. 'Cause
gentle clap.
Oh, he
thanks,
loves
so
that.
good.
Yeah. You guys actually like each other,
Yeah.
even though you have a bit of a rivalry for your mistress's attention. But up this tower you go, and this tower is, again, not quite like the rest of the castle. The rest of the castle is elegant beyond elegance, opulent beyond opulence, perfectly maintained. This tower is aged and almost purposefully ignored, kept in repair only when necessary. And as you are going up, you hear the steady rhythm of a heart. On the 3rd floor. On the 4th floor, it's louder. On the 5th floor, it's drumming. You can't imagine what is making that sound. It must be monstrous.
Does Revalio know?
Revalio's looking a little nervous. He's just like...
You know that no one's allowed up here.
Yeah.
And...
You've never investigated why nobody's allowed up here?
I don't think she would have opted to tell Revalio.
I've never been chasing delinquent adventurers.
Yeah, you
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
When you
Sally,
reach
I had no idea
sixth,
castles could be alive.
when you reach the 6th floor, it is the utmost parapet of Castle Masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
From this height, you can look down to this tumultuous sea to the south. You can look north and catch a glimpse of Sleepyvale over the Stoneclaw Mountains and the teeth of Mephistrad. You can catch a bit of Geistmarch. Ravenperch City nestled at the foothills. You can see this entire domain from here. The bell, it's dark, it's unlit, but you can just make out that there are enormous bells above you, and here the thrumming sound is most prominent. But you don't see the cause, it's just like all around you.
So we don't see anything big and squishy.
It's too dark, you don't see anything immediately.
Revalio's trying to hurry them along lest they get into trouble.
Man, gosh, it would really be helpful to have Abby right now, but, you know...
This isn't our plan. We just need to keep going and focusing on saving Laurel.
Right, jumping off the tower. We can do that. I think.
Who amongst you has dark vision?
I do.
I do.
I don't.
Okay. You would notice a little bit of movement in the roof.
Mm-hmm. I'm ushering them along, just quickly.
Do you investigate?
No. Let's just go.
Okay. What about Oberon? Do you strike a match or light your sword?
Yes, actually, I would. I would like to do that. I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling. After what I saw, absolutely.
When you light your sword and the chamber fills with its sun-like light, above you is an enormous, throbbing heart. Like a real, living, fleshy heart. That is set in the roof above the bells.
Revalio, for the very first time.
It's really funny. As soon as you said that, you struck outside my house.
Revalio, for the very first time, looks very serious and a bit threatening and says, "Move along."
Yes, sir.
And you
I'm gonna
oblige
grab
him?
Obi by the collar and just drag him.
Alright.
Revalio's teeth are way pointier than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, and then he just smiles very
to move
pointy
along.
When Revalio's getting upset, then maybe we're pushing it.
There are archways that lead out to the like the balcony, and it doesn't take you long to find the one that is closest to the mountain. It's a bit of a leap, but it's feasible.
Yeah.
How would you guys like to overcome this?
So it's not just a direct drop. We've got to jump forward.
Yeah, you got to run and jump. You got to get some distance.
I'm gonna fly.
Can you carry any of us, Revalio?
No. That sounds like work.
Oh, come on.
He's already going on the other side. He's waiting on the other side and tapping his foot.
Come on. Can you carry at least one of us?
I can't hear you.
Come on. You can carry at least one of us.
Oh, sorry.
We're trying to be sneaky, Sally.
Well, the wind out here would blow that yell away. Falls all muffled, as if by a heavy curtain, because of the whipping winds here. It's freezing, by the way.
Arms crossed over his chest, tapping foot.
Yeah, you don't care about the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Come on.
Okay, well, let's see. If Revalio's not going to help, I can do Featherfall for all of us, which is totally fine. But genuinely concerned about me and maybe Dawn getting across on a running leap. Demaya, do you think you can do that?
You.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you do that thing where like you like kneel down and like cup your hands and we like use you as like a boost?
Yes.
You could Captain America and Black Widow in the first Avengers movie. You just springboard off the shield.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun. Demaya, can you throw us?
I can try.
Everyone tosses.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Glad I thought of it.
Part of me thinks that maybe we should have some sort of like safety line tied, but time is of the essence.
Well, you
Yes,
can use
sure.
Featherfall can be your safety line, right?
Yeah, that's true. Worst case scenario, we just gotta climb back to the top of the castle again.
Would you pansies hurry it up?
We can't hear you, Revalio. The wind.
His mouth is just moving a lot.
Revalio has flown back to yell at you and flies to the other
Yeah.
side.
Could you move it along? Flap, 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 flap.
You better flap away before I give you a
Up, 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 up.
Alright, so Sally's just gonna like start like sputtering spell words and do that thing that her sorcerer like her little sorcerer quirk thing is that like she floats in the air a little bit every time she casts a spell, so she's just like, look at me, I can fly to you, Revalio.
Real quick, before you do that, give me a insight check.
That's so good
Okay.
for you.
I love inciting. My insight. Oh, it is really good. Yay.
Oh. What a change
Well,
from
it's
another game.
+4.
Wow.
I know. 21.
If you were to take a rope across, it would be significantly easier for everybody else. Because there is plenty of, well, you think from what you see, there's plenty of places to tie it. And at the least, whoever's already across can hold it for everyone else.
Oh, it's almost like Revalio could do it.
Yeah, but you didn't want to.
Well, bondage is never far from Sally's mind, and she wants to be the hero here.
Well, we could do Oberon. He has the ring of jumping.
I do.
It's true.
I've mentioned it before.
But can Demaya Captain America him still?
Sure.
Sure.
I want to see her. I want to just like slap Obi on the butt, be like, "You got it, champ. You can do it."
All right. If this is the plan we're going with, Oberon, make a athletics check with advantage to jump across the ravine. Well, not ravine, but you know what I mean. The sheer
surprised.
drop into
My-
sweet oblivion.
Oh yeah, my athletics is pretty down on.
I'm honestly kind of surprised how much of like an adrenaline junkie this Sally is. She's just like, I want to jump across a ravine. That sounds like fun.
I think we're gonna get.
Reminds me of another character that's like...
Oh, and while this is happening, I'm gonna send a message to home base.
Okay.
Hey, Damien, we might be about to die. I love you.
Let's-
Okay, bye.
Oh yeah.
Let's think about that this week and start the next game with it. Because Oberon with Nemaya's springboard just like force jumps straight across with the rope. In fact, once the rope reaches its like end, it kind of gives a yank, and that stops you, Oberon, and that sucks because you want to see how far you can go.
Yeah.
But there is, you've made it. There's plenty to tie it to. And for the last few minutes of this game, we are going to move perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Laurel.
Yes.
You have gotten bored in this prison. You can't talk to anyone. And
I'm really tired. I can't move. I can't talk to
you
anybody.
aren't hungry, and you aren't you feel like you're breathing. Your needs are met, but this just kind of sucks. Every once in a while, you get really tired when the power is drained out of you to fuel the Pumpkin King spells.
Maximum grumpy.
But you feel yourself pulled in such a way that you feel like something is pulling on your very essence. And just from behind, and just pulls you through a sightless, like, void. Your very soul is moving. And, and at great speed.
Ah!
When it stops, You are naked and glowing green. But this is not the sickly green of the Pumpkin King's magic. This is a verdant green. You are in an underground chamber, at least you assume so, because there's turf and roots above you, and it's an enormous chamber, and lining the walls are amber prisms, exactly like the one you have found yourself in. Like, more than you can count. I know that doesn't say much to Laurel, but...
I can count.
And you hear a voice, like a collective, speaking to you. And it says, "So he has found you too, daughter."
Yes?
I think we should pause there for tonight.
Laurel's like, am I dead? That's host.
Laurel's like, am I a girl?
He just rolls with the punches. He doesn't even bother. He's not even bothered that he's naked.
I live in the gym now. It could be anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our game for today. I
Ladies
hope
and gentlemen.
everyone enjoyed it. Let's move to our traditional outro, and then we'll have a brief break, and then we will come back to discuss the shenanigans that we've been up to.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Namaya, start us off.
Yes. Okay. So Namaya is played by me, T. Rugen, and you can find my games, Breath of the Wild 1 and 2, and part of 3, at t-rugen.itch.io.
Nice.
My name is Arkham Sandy. I play Oberon. You can find me on Discord, DeviantArt, and Animated as Arkham Sandy, and my Patreon is Isidore Arkham. And I'll go ahead and apologize to Patreon that I did not update this week because everything's been crazy, but I will be doing an update here very soon.
It's almost like we're in a global pandemic, and it's a little stressful, and sometimes you got to do some self-care.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a itty bit.
It's okay.
Oh, that's you, Pastel. It's your turn.
Oh, it's me.
Sorry, I would have said something.
Oh,
but
it's
I was
okay.
trying to make a new BRB message.
I gotcha. I am Pastel. I play Laurel, and I have a DeviantArt and a ARTK account. Both, one is named Pastel, the other is Pastel-Hime. I got a Twitter, that's Pastel Playpen. And I do the art. I don't do not safe for work right now because my conditions do not allow it, but I am taking safe for work commissions.
Perpetually stuck in work, so you can only do safer work.
Pretty much. Yeah, so if you'd like something that is 100% safe for work, no kink even hinted at, contact me.
I was just remembering that that cheerleader story you were telling us the other day.
We'll save it for table tea.
Oh yeah, save it for table tea.
Alrighty, I'm Sally. I play Sally. You can find me on Twitter at SpankMeSilly. I write spanking romance and erotica under the pen name of Clarine Klein. The stuff I write is lesbian only, so if you're looking for something that's not heteronormative, check it out. Again, that's Clarine Klein. That's CLARINEKLEIN. Or you can just go to clarineklein.com or go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anybody and search for that, or just search for Back to Her Teens, or follow me on Twitter at SpankMeSilly to see all the news and updates about stuff I'm working on. I just finished the manuscript for my new novel, Stuck in Her Teens. It's a sequel. So, yeah, and so I'm plowing through doing the final round of editing on that, and it's going to have lots of fun art from all of these people here. And yeah, so check all that out.
I think I will.
Yay!
I'm Nikki. I play Dawn. You can find me at DeviantArt at Roses of Blue or on Twitter at Damn Grinning Cat. I, like Sally, also write stories, and I'm working on my next big project after having finished my last one.
Yay!
Yay!
Nikki
And-
does that good goosebumps spooky age play.
Mhm.
And the best for last.
Pastel already went.
The person
It's-
without 2 weeks and a half. That's game.
Sally. It's me, Ashley OTK. I'm stealing your thing, Sally.
Yay, do it.
I am Ashley OTK. I'm Ashley OTK everywhere, except Twitter. There I am Ashley OTK. Actual Ashley OTK. At actual Ashley OTK. Because someone beat me to it there. And, gosh, I feel like I had more to say. There's, I do. There's a new Guilty Treasure sketch on my Patreon. Oh my god, it's been almost a year.
Yay!
I am finally caught up enough on my backlog that I feel comfortable at least pecking away at a new sketch and a new page. So, if I have my way, we'll be back to monthly updates. I don't know if I could ever do 4 in 1 month again, but we'll see. If you want to see that stuff, my Patreon's patreon.com/AshleyOTK. Go check it out, and I could really use the help because
Not only do you see Guilty Treasure stuff, but you also see commission stuff, like all the backlog that Ashley is catching up on.
I have so much that I have not posted anywhere except Patreon because I've just been forgetting. I normally only want to leave it for a little while on Patreon and then post it everywhere. I have been completely forgetting and getting way too busy. So,
I got you there. I know what that's like.
Yep. So, there's a lot there.
It takes a lot to post everywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot there right now. But if you can't afford it, that's fine. Just wait a little while longer. I'll post it eventually.
Yeah.
And the show has a Patreon too. If you want to help us get better equipment so we don't sound like garbage, that'd be great. The only reason we don't, by the way, is Sally helping us out.
Yeah.
Yay!
So if you
I know how to use Premiere. Premiere Sound Booth.
So if you want to help us make the show even better, please donate to the show. Patreon.com/Guilty Treasure Gaming.
Yeah, you get all sorts of benefits.
Yeah,
that
links to all
Ashley's-
this stuff will be down in the description.
It's in the description. If you're watching on
Yeah.
Twitch, it's under the Twitch window.
Yeah.
Thingy.
One more announcement. This week we are doing the Spankcast new podcast that we're doing on Friday instead of Wednesday. Normally it's Wednesday, but now it's tomorrow. So you guys are bored. You're stuck inside. Come listen to us tell stupid stories. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Let me take a moment to just plug that some more.
Yes,
So
please.
we have a full new podcast that's all of us, but it's not a Dungeons and Dragons thing. It is entirely just a kink and spanking focused podcast. We are live on iTunes and Google Podcasts and Stitcher, and if they ever decide, we might even be on iHeartRadio. Who knows?
We'll let you know in a couple weeks.
It's called the Spank Cast. And it's like spanked ass, but
Oh,
Podcast.
It cut out for me right as you were telling the pun.
Oh,
it's
no.
like spanked ass, but
Yeah.
Again.
spank cast. So please check that.
Oh, I know. I'll show a little.
Actually said we will be recording our second episode tomorrow on Twitch, same time as the game here, so 7 p.m. Central Time, whatever your local variant of that is. So if you want to come listen to the live recording, please do that. And if not, that's still totally fine. We will be, I'll be posting that. The episode will go live on iTunes and Google Play and all that stuff as soon as I'm finished editing it. So check it out. Again, that's the Spankcast. Sign up for whatever podcasting platform you like.
I'm gonna show the logo right now on stream, so check it out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Arkham did the logo for it. It looks very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And as long as we're giving credit where credit is due, the name I believe was Namaya's idea,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Namaya has a clever one.
and it's just perfect.
Love it.
Everything about it's great. All right, so yeah, check that out tomorrow. And if we're all good, are we ready to be right back?
Yeah,
I think so.
All right.
100%.
I want to show my where is it? BRB message. Here we go. And check out these sick graphics.
Look at graphics.
It's got lightning strikes.
Whoa.
I made that. I'm recycling so much stuff from the last time we were in Raven Perch. Anyway, we'll talk about it on Table T. We're going to be right back.
I just saw the lighting.
Nice. I'll do it one more time. I'll tell you how I do it in Table T. We'll be right back, guys. Love you all.
Love you. Bye, everyone. We'll be back
For
soon.
now.
Mwah.
Mwah.